folks, it's Zach at Feel Free to Argue. And tonight, I would like to talk to you about our schizophrenic country. This is, I think, the main cost of federalism. Of not having it, is what I mean. I don't feel like I really understand the nation at all anymore. I have no idea about how it will act. I don't know, for example, in the coming economic crisis, what impact it will have. Are we still a generous people? I don't know. How will we treat people who protest? How afraid are we of true change? There's a lot of honest differences of opinion, I think, about how to run things. I don't want to live in a place where there's actually absolute freedom. I'm willing to take on some bounds in order to have some things done for me. That being said, what we have now is totally out of control. But I think that people who want a more absolute version of freedom, who basically want to have an anarchist society, there should be a place for them in the United States. There should be a place for people who want a strong religious aspect to their governance. There should probably be respect for these things in all places, but there should be a place for that, where those people feel like the government is something that they feel good about. Now, if everybody was in that kind of situation, I'd feel fairly confident that no matter how bad the situation got in this country, that we would pull through in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and that it wouldn't be too disastrous. Sure, there would be abridgments of civil liberties. Aren't there always? But I would have some confidence that we could get through things, and I wouldn't just leave questions about the future, especially questions that involved the reaction of the American public, just so up in the air. I was thinking about this in terms of the argument that DN Hooligan and Fuck You Very Much have on their respective channels. When is it okay to get violent about things? I suppose my answer is that I guess I would never initiate. But then again, I have lots of things that I would categorize as violence. And honestly, I view things like the FISA wiretaps as violence. It is a violation. It is an invasion. And it's something that the government doesn't have any right to make a decision about. Except in situations of proven danger. Not just randomly. Not just gathering it all together. I guess I'm rambling a bit in this one. I've had a lot on my mind lately. I'm actually going to be gone soon, and I may be kind of out of the loop in terms of YouTube for a while. People needn't worry. I'm just be going to help somebody out who's having a spot of bother. I think I'll talk about it in a separate video. But I just feel like we're a schizophrenic nation. And schizophrenic in the sense that there are many personalities. Each on their own, I think, could be perfectly functional, but when they're crammed all into the same head, that head is no longer functional. And I think that's really what's happened in this country. I mean, there was a design, and even though, you know, there will be costs to federalism, especially initially, you know, when people are trapped in places that, you know, are not of their choosing and may not have the ability to move to a place that reflects their ideology better. But I think eventually it's the only cure for the psychosis of the nation. It's the only cure for people who fundamentally disagree to get along. You know, we always want to smash things together and make them into big things so they can be super powerful. But you know what? It's not going to make us happy. It's just going to fuck us up. Nobody will get what they want. And the people in charge will use our differences to keep us at each other's throats, so we don't pay attention to the fact that we're being robbed. And we're being given a lower class of existence. True, one that may be superficially full of toys, but one in which important things about our lives are just taken away. Well, I think that's enough of that for one evening. I may not even post this. If I do, good evening, everyone.